I grew up in central Pennsylvania, and I attended Lock Haven State University, and I got my bachelor's degree in social work. And following that, it was from a secular school, so I wanted to pursue a biblical degree. So I attended Biola University, which is in Southern California, in the Los Angeles area. And there I really learned a lot about theology and counseling, and I received my degree in 1987 in marriage and family ministry. It was a great experience. And my passion has always been to work with individuals and couples. That's where my love's been. I think just the culture we live in, there's a lot of pressures out there. I see a lot of young people, surprisingly, in their 20s and 30s that come and see me right now, and they're dealing either with work or relationship issues. A lot of times people may lose a job or have a loved one that's sick or passes away, and these type of things, just life happening to people basically. And so when these things occur, people's emotionally are very impacted. And so I have the opportunity to work with them side by side. I get to know them. I let them solve their own problems, but I guide them along that path, and we process different issues that they're dealing with and situations that they face. Mood and anxiety disorders is what I work with primarily. As I mentioned earlier, I'm certified in biofeedback, so I've done a lot with phobias, anxiety, and just find a lot of people today, just the culture that we live in, really struggle a lot with anxiety. So that would be my specialty. That's what I see most people with. I use an approach that's very popular now called cognitive behavioral therapy. And it's basically having one look at the thoughts that they give themselves and see how those thoughts influence their behavior. And then in terms, their actions, what they believe about themselves and how they interact with the world. And so that's my primary focus. I also do a thing called solution-based therapy, which is more short-term. Traditionally, a lot of therapy is done long-term psychoanalysis, which really delves into the past. And I believe there is a connection where somebody does need to understand why they do the things they do, but we don't spend a lot of time looking back. We spend more time actually looking forward and dealing with the problems that are at hand. I really attempt to counsel from a biblical worldview. I think it's really important that the therapist that one sees is operating from that perspective. I believe that we're created in God's image. Genesis 1:27 talks about that. In addition, I believe we're fallen, and Romans 6:23 says, "For all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God." So when I work with an individual, I think a lot of secular counseling deals just with fixing the symptoms, and I really believe that you have to treat the entire person, and you have to look at their emotional well-being, intellectual, and then there's also a spiritual component. So I try to encompass all three in my counseling, and I integrate the scriptures with my counseling practice as well, because I think you have to treat the entire person. I just realized that all of us sometimes need somebody else to walk through life with us and that help us face the challenges. I think anybody can benefit from therapy. And if you've never done it before, I think it's an excellent opportunity to take a closer look at yourself, your values, and we can work together to help you achieve your goals that you set. We can be reached here at Samaritan's Well at 469-296-8569. Please contact us today.